concept in video editing is montage. Now montage is also or could be a very important technique of compression of time, and we'll come to that a bit later. But let's understand what a montage primarily is. Now a montage is basically a series of apparently unrelated images juxtaposed or put together in such a manner that creates a meaning or a completely new meaning that didn't exist earlier. So if you look at each shot individually, it doesn't seem related to the next shot, and you would wonder why this shot is being put along with this shot. But when you see them in a sequence, one after another, so for example, we have these 4 shots, A, B, C, D. A may not be related to B in any which way, either in magnification or in terms of what's happening in the shot. Similarly, B might not be related to C and D might not be related to C. But when they are all of them put together in a sequence, you suddenly feel a new meaning or a new emotion is created when you see them in a sequence or in a certain juxtaposed manner. Now, before we look at the different types of montages, let's look at how this concept of montage came into existence or how it became popular. Now, there was this famous Russian filmmaker by the name Lev Kuleshov. He performed a very interesting experiment. What he basically did is, he took a shot which consisted of the face, an expressionless deadpan face of a man, and he juxtaposed it with 3 different shots. The first shot was of a woman lying on a couch. The second shot was of food in a plate. And the third shot was again a woman in a coffin. It was the same shot of the man, of the face of the man. In different combinations, he juxtaposed it with these 3 separate shots. Now when people saw this experiment on screen, they felt that the man had given an amazing performance. They felt that when it was juxtaposed with the woman lying on a couch, he felt he was looking very aroused, or his expression was lusty. When they saw him when his shot was juxtaposed with food, they felt he looked hungry. When it was juxtaposed with a woman in a coffin, he looked sad. So just imagine an expressionless person's face juxtaposed by 3 different shots creates this illusion or this meaning of him being lusty, hungry and sad. Now what has happened? The man has not really acted in any way, nor are these images by themselves related to the man. There is no established relationship. But just by playing them just by pairing them together and when viewing them together, these different meanings emerge. So that's the power of a montage as well as cinema on the whole, that it can create meanings that didn't exist earlier just by the fact that 2 unrelated images are being juxtaposed. In today's class, we will cover the types of montages. The first type of montage that we're going to talk about is the Hollywoodian style of montage. Now, just like the Hollywood movies, the Hollywood style of montage is perhaps the most popular and widely known types of montage. It essentially is a sequence where events or a string of events are covered in much lesser time, so it will pack in a lot more information than one scene could probably pack in, with just different snippets from those events captured and then put together in a certain rhythm and in certain duration of time, and it gives the viewer a feeling of a wide gamut of journey covered by the character. So typically, let's for example see, say if you want to depict a person being lonely, and we decide to shoot that sequence by showing the character in different locations. So probably in the first shot he would be standing alone on a railway platform, surrounded, and you could see the crowd going past by him, and he's alone standing on a railway platform. Another shot would be he cooking his food alone in the kitchen and then sitting at the table, a fully dressed up table, and he's sitting and eating his food alone. The third shot would be probably he, again probably having his coffee or tea, sitting in his balcony all alone in an empty house. Now, if you see, each of these shots do not have any direct linkages. There is no cause and effect relationship in any of these shots. But just by putting these shots together, this creates a feeling, and this covers the entire emotion of his loneliness. So when you see the first shot, the viewer doesn't even understand, okay, what's happening. You just see him standing alone on the railway platform. Then again, the same person is shown absolutely alone, having his food. And then the same person is shown absolutely alone, sitting in the balcony, sipping his coffee. So it's the relation, it's the connection that the viewer makes by watching these images in a sequence that then communicates the ultimate emotion, or so to speak, the story of loneliness. So that covers the first type of a montage, which is a Hollywoodian montage, which is a series of images shown in a certain rhythm and a duration of time to depict a certain emotion. What is interesting to know about this is that with every proceeding shot, the duration might alter. So the beginning shots may be slightly longer, but as you reach the climax, the duration might be shorter and shorter to create a certain rhythmic pattern to finally complete this whole sequence effectively. A very good example of a Hollywoodian montage is a song, which is more Bollywood. So a song itself is a kind of a montage where an entire event, or sometimes 4 to 5 events, are covered in just in a matter of, say, about 3 minutes. So right from the hero and the heroine meeting to they getting married gets covered in a song. So that's a montage. Now the second type of montage that we're going to talk about is the Russian style of montage. Now, if you remember, in our previous lesson we spoke about Lev Kuleshov's experiment. So the Russian montage is pretty much what the experiment captures. It is essentially two unrelated events, when juxtaposed together, they create a third meaning that was not present earlier. So an example of this could be, say for example, two people are having a conversation about something, it's you know, this person is being admonished for something, and this person, he is feeling some kind of a fury building inside him. And parallelly, you have another event, probably somebody is trying to set a house on fire, you know. Now, now how you cut this sequence parallelly is that this person starts speaking, and then you cut to his reaction, and this person is getting irritated with what this person is speaking, and suddenly you cut to this guy actually trying to light a fire to this house. Now, when you're watching this sequence parallel, you're wondering what is the relationship between two people having a conversation and some other random person setting a house on fire. It's but when you watch these, when you cut the sequence in a certain rhythm by by playing with the duration, by intercutting at faster paces as you proceed, slowly the relationship is established that this lighting of the house, and when you ultimately see the house exploding and this guy eventually exploding in fury, is when that relationship will get established, that actually the lighting of the house is symbolic of what was going inside this person's mind. His building up fury is somewhere related to the lighting of the house. So as such, fury and explosion doesn't have a direct cause and effect relationship, but this relationship is established by juxtaposing two unrelated events and shown in a sequence. Now, we look at the final type of montage in this lesson, the French style of montage. Now, the French look at montages in a slightly different perspective. They believe that the entire film is a montage. So that's why often if you watch French films, you will see the credits read, for the editor, the credits are montage and not edit. So they believe that the entire film is like a montage. And they believe that the creation of a meaning is not very fundamental to the filmmaker or to the person who's trying to communicate. The meaning will emerge on its own when the entire film is over. So, unlike the Hollywoodian or the Russian style of montage, they are deliberately trying to create a meaning at the cut point between two individual images that are unrelated. The French believe that they can sequence any image with anything, and some of these images could be related, some of these may not be related, and yet there is always the possibility of a third meaning emerging. So it is not a direct cause and effect relationship as we understand in a Hollywood style of montage, nor is it always two opposing ideas coming together and creating a third meaning. It is actually a series of images which, though they might seemingly look related, yet there is always a third meaning that is emerging because of the whole exercise of juxtaposition. So with this we wrap up our three basic kinds of montages: the Hollywoodian, the Russian and the French.